Yes, very good morning, ma'am. Please check it out whether audio and video is clear or not. Then we can start our discussion. Yes, hi, very good morning. Yes, very good morning to all of you. Yes, very good morning to all of you. Now, so we can start this second chapter in our revision series. What is the name of the chapter, ma? Residential status. Generally, so what is the weightage of this residential status chapter? They can give one MCQ plus one descriptive question definitely. Yes, it having that weightage of 9 marks, sir. In every exam, they are going to test 7 to 9 marks from the residential status chapter. Out of our 100 marks, 10 marks from this chapter only, and it is an easy chapter. So that's why don't ignore this chapter and please solve all these workbook questions. That's enough. No need to solve the past. These are all our compilation of past examination questions as well as study material questions. So that's why first you have to follow this one. Now, so generally residential status section 5 to section 9 we have in our study material also. But first we are classifying the residential status 1 and we can discuss section 5, section 6. Next we have a residential status 2, that is section 7 and section 9. But based on the past examination trends, always this part only very important. So in your exam also, in your workbook also they are given the yes section 5 and the section 6 related questions only. So that's why you have to do this residential status 1, that to exclusively section 5, section 6. Then after, yes, if you have enough time, please just go through it about the residential status 2, that is section 7, comma section 9. 8 is not in our syllabus, ma. Don't think about it. Okay. So, but if you are ignoring this part also, no problem. So directly we can start our discussion with the yes basics. Then after we can do the problems also. Remember, sir, if any one income is there, how we can classify whether that income as an Indian income or foreign income? Yes. Okay, if one income is there, that income can be called as Indian income if it is satisfies any one of the two parameters. First, income accrued or earned, one and the same. And next, receive. If any one of these two things are connected to India, that income is called as what, ma? Indian income. Remember, either earnings or receipts. If any one of these two things are connected to India, that income is called as Indian income. What do you mean by the foreign income, sir? Simply, if one income is not an Indian income, that is called as what, ma? Foreign income only. Now, so just for your understanding purpose, I am given the one more type of representation here. So, sorry, earning as well as what, ma? Receive. Any one of these things are connected. Here both the things are connected. That's why it is an what income, ma? Indian income. Earnings connected, okay, but received is not connected, but any one of the things are connected, also Indian income. Here earnings not connected to India, but received is connected to India, that's why Indian income. Both the things are not connected to India, both the things are as outside India only, so that's why it is called as what, ma? Foreign income. It is called as what income, ma? Foreign income. Please try to remember, yes, we have to decide all the incomes into Indian income and foreign income, then only we can give the tax treatments. Now, in India, this is a basic rule you have to remember, ma. In India, if one person residential status is a resident and ordinary resident, okay, suppose if one person individual is a resident and ordinary resident in India, how he is going to pay the tax, ma? On Indian income as well as on foreign income, both the things will be taxable in India. If you are a resident and ordinary resident, you are required to pay the tax in India on entire global income. So that is your bad luck only. If you are a resident and ordinary resident, definitely the tax burden will be more in India, because they will collect the tax not only on Indian income but also on what, ma? Foreign income also. Next, non-resident. Sir, if you are a non-resident, only which income is taxable, ma? Indian income is taxable. Only which income is taxable, ma? Indian income only the taxable. Example, USA resident is there, ma. For India, he is a non-resident. Can you tell me, if he comes to India for 1 month or 2 months, if he earned any income, that is only called as what, ma? Indian income. So that alone Indian income will be taxable in the hands of non-resident. Now, one example I want to take, ma. Just imagine, Mr. A is there, you having some Indian income as well as the foreign income. Now, what is that Indian income we have, ma? 100 lakh. What is that foreign income we have? 60 lakh. So suppose, now I am given the question, if he is a resident and ordinary resident in India, what is that income going to be taxable, ma? Yes, remember, Indian income taxable, foreign income also taxable, because for resident and ordinary resident, which income is taxable, ma? Global income is taxable. That's why, what is the total income? That means what, ma? What is the total income? On these 160 lakh, he required to pay the tax. That's why this is nothing but total income of that SSC. Next, if he is a non-resident, can you tell me only what income taxable, ma? Indian income will be taxable. Foreign income is not taxable. Now, in the hands of non-resident, what is the total income, ma? 100 lakh. So definitely, while paying the tax, all the person wants to be as a non-resident only, because the total income will be reduced. Now, here we can say one thing, man. Total income of the person. Both the person having the same income, ma. They are earning the 160 lakh only. But what is the taxable amount in India? It is depending upon what, ma? Residential status. Remember. So total income of person is depending upon the what, ma? Residential status. That is only I will tell you. Yes, scope of total income, whether what is that amount is taxable or not taxable, that is section 5, always depending upon what, ma? Residential status. So without knowing the residential status, we cannot calculate the total income, ma. So first and foremost step in yes sir, tax computation or a tax liability computation, first determination of residential status. After determination of residential status only, we can calculate tax liability. So we can calculate the total income. Now, I will tell you, in the basics chapter we discussed, every person total income of previous year. Can you tell me the total income means what is the taxable income in his hands? That is only called as what, section 5. What is the total income? That is section 5. How we can calculate one person total income depending upon residential status. For which period we have to check the residential status here? We want to calculate the total income for this year. So that's why we need to calculate the residential status also for the previous year only. If he is a resident and ordinary resident, what is the total income? 160 lakh. If he become the non-resident, can you tell me what is the total income? 160 lakh. That means total income is depending upon residential status. Again, please repeat that word along with me. Scope of total income under section 5 is always depending upon the residential status under section 6. Now, can you tell me residential status we have to calculate for that every previous year separately, because we want to calculate the total income for that every previous year. That's why for that previous year, whether the SSE is a resident or non-resident, all the things we have to compute. So once if you calculated the residential status, that is not fixed forever, we have to calculate the residential status every financial year or every previous year separately. Now, citizenship, important MCQ, citizenship and residential status are two different concepts. Example, so USA citizen is there. USA citizen is there, but he's staying in India for the last 3 or 4 years. Now he's in what, residential status, but he is a citizen to USA, but for in India he can be what, resident. So remember, residential status and citizenship are the two different concepts. So don't, yes, he is an USA citizen, always for USA he is a resident. That type of computations will not be possible. These two are separate concept. Citizenship is a different, residential status is a different. Now, are you clear up to now? No. So I am entering into that actual discussion. This is a chart you have to remember. Now we have to concentrate on the residential status, because if you know the residential status, then only you can calculate the what, total income. First, our target individual residential status. Every person residential status, how to find out also we have to discuss. First, if you found the residential status of individual, first you will get the 3 outputs. What are the 3 outputs? Resident, non-resident, deemed resident. Newly they are introduced last 3 years back, deemed resident. Remember, again I am saying, if you are an individual, yes, if you found out the residential status of individual, how many outputs you will get? 3. Okay. If you got an answer as a resident, don't stop the computation, continue and compute whether he is an ordinary resident, resident and ordinary resident, resident but not ordinary resident. Resident but not ordinary resident. Are you clear up to now? Now, so first we can concentrate on the residential status of individual, then we can go to the next concepts. Now, so residential status of individual, first we are targeting. How to calculate the residential status of individual? It is always depending upon number of days stay in India. So if you want to calculate the residential status of individual, definitely they need to provide the number of days stay in India. So first I am saying the performer, then after I will say all the conditions also. Listen carefully. First I am given the basic condition 1 or basic condition 2. What do you mean by the B1 and the B2? Sorry, B1 or B2? Basic condition 1 or basic condition 2. Any one of the condition is satisfied. Conjunction is what, or. Any one of the condition is satisfied. Answer is resident. Remember, X residential status is nothing but resident. Y residential status is also resident, because anyone satisfied also okay. Z residential status, resident. A residential status, resident. B residential status, resident only. Yes, C residential status, non-resident. C residential status is what ma? Non-resident. Because both the conditions are what ma? Not satisfied. Now, I want to know why we can use the basic condition 1 and basic condition 2 ma? In order to know one individual as a resident or non-resident. Suppose, if you got an answer as a resident, I think you know, yes, no need to stop the procedure. Further, we have to compute whether he is an ordinary resident as well as what ma? Not ordinary resident. If you got an answer as a resident, then you have to compute whether he is an ordinary resident or but not ordinary resident. For this procedure, we have an additional condition 1 and now additional condition 2. Additional condition 1 and additional condition 2. Yes, I will tell you what do you mean by the basic condition 1, basic condition 2, additional condition 1, additional condition 2. But if both satisfied, here both satisfied, that's why answer is resident and ordinary resident. Here also both satisfied, answer is resident and ordinary resident. Here only one satisfied, here only one satisfied, here also only one satisfied, that's why answer is resident but not ordinary resident. Both the additional conditions also if satisfied, then we can say answer as an resident and ordinary, otherwise resident but not ordinary. Last case, why we are not computed ma? If resident, then only we can find the ordinary status. If non-resident, then itself it is an over. Then what is the use of A1 and A2 ma? We can find the ordinary status whether you are in resident and ordinary resident, or whether you are in resident but not ordinary resident. That things can be identified by using the additional condition 1 and additional condition 2. So now we can discuss the what is it B1 sir, basic condition 1, what is a basic condition 2, what is it additional condition 1, what is it additional condition 2, all the things we can check ma. Now basic conditions are given in section 6 subsection 1 ma. Basic condition 1. Now next one, basic condition 2. Now basic condition 1 clearly saying stay in India during the relevant previous year is 182 days or more, then B1 is satisfied. Relevant previous year for our examination also this one ma. During this year just check if the stay in India is 182 days or more, that's okay. Next, basic conjunction is what ma? Or. Second condition please check ma. Basic condition 2. Stay in India during the relevant previous year 60 days or more also okay. But next we have to check within the condition one more sub condition. Yes, stay in India during the last 4 years immediately preceding to the relevant previous year. 4 years immediately preceding to the relevant previous year. Yes, if stay in India 365 days or more. Yes, 365 days or more, then this condition also satisfied. That means if you want to check this B1, only 1 year data is needed. 1 year data is needed. If you want to verify the B2, yes, can you tell me first 1 year and next 4 years data also required. Definitely they will provide you number of days stay in India during the relevant previous year and immediately preceding to the relevant previous year 4 years data also they will give you. But listen again and tell me that again ma. So during the relevant previous year 182 days or more, and next what is it B2 ma, 60 days or more during the relevant previous year and immediately preceding to the relevant previous year 4 years if the stay in India is an exceeding or equal to 365 days, then B1 or B2 anyone is satisfied also. Then answer is what ma? Resident. Now if you got an answer as a resident, then we have to verify the additional conditions ma. Additional conditions are given in section 6 subsection 6. 6 subsection 1 talking about the, yes, what is that ma? Basic condition. Section 6 subsection 6 talking about the additional condition. Sir, additional conditions and conjunction is what ma? And why we have an additional conditions ma? In order to decide that resident as an ordinary resident or not ordinary resident. Resident and ordinary resident or resident but not ordinary resident. Remember. Additional condition 1, immediately preceding to the relevant previous year, please take 10 years ma. Not 1 or 2 ma, 10 years. Immediately preceding to the relevant previous year, please check how many years ma? 10 years. During the 10 years, every year please find out the residential status. How to find out the residential status ma? For every year, please apply basic condition 1 or basic condition 2. If you got an answer at least 2 years as a resident in India, then A1 is satisfied. Then what is that ma? A1 is satisfied. Remember. Immediately preceding to the relevant previous year. Immediately preceding to the relevant previous year, 10 years, if you verified the residential status, out of that 2 years, you got an answer as a resident in India. So that's enough. Many students having the doubt, sir, how to find out the residential status for 10 years, sir? For every year, please apply B1 or B2. That is in basic condition 1 or basic condition 2. If any one of the condition is satisfied also, for that year, example, ma, for these years, I got an answer as a resident. That's why out of the 10 years, he is a resident for at least 2 years. That's why A1 is satisfied. Now, A2. So that means for doing that, A1 checking, can you tell me how many years data is required ma? 10 years data is required. They will provide in exam. Now, A2. A2 is nothing but additional condition 2 ma. A2 means yes. So, immediately preceding to the relevant previous year, please check 7 years data. In these 7 years, stay is exceeding or equal to 730 days. So, present in India means what ma? If you stayed in India during that 7 years immediately preceding to the relevant previous year, 730 days or more, then this is also satisfied. This is also what ma? Satisfied. Are you clear ma? Up to now, please let me know. Sir, this condition you have to fix in your mind first thing. Then you can do the problems. Now, some basic problems I will go ma. Basic problems I will go. Yes. Listen carefully. Listen carefully. Thompson, foreign national. He come to India for the first time during the November 14, 2020. Which previous year ma? In exam also you have to present like this. Previous year, all of you please type your answers also. So don't sit ideal. If you are sitting an ideal, your thoughts might be deviated. That's why, what is the previous year ma? 2021 he comes to India. Subsequently, yes ma, 2021 come to India. Next year, then next year, and then next year, and then next year also he is staying in India. Yes, this is what ma? Relevant previous year, and immediately preceding 4 years data also given. How many days he stayed ma? First one 80 days. Respectively, they are all given the number of days stay in every year. So now they are asking the residential status for the 25-26. That is an previous year. Relevant previous year 24-25. Now we can check ma. So first, what is the conditions we have to verify ma? Basic condition 1. Yes, can you tell me during that relevant previous year, just yes ma, we can perform like this ma. Basic condition 1 ma. During the relevant previous year, how many days he stayed in India ma? 70 days only. So that's why whether satisfied or not satisfied ma? Not satisfied. So next, basic condition 2 ma. Yes, if you are staying in India during the relevant previous year 60 days, but last 4 years we have to check ma. Last 4 years we have to check. Can you tell me last 4 years count ma? 150, 90, 170 plus 80. Total, can you tell me how many days ma? 490 days. That means yes, 365 days is okay, but here you stayed for how many days ma? 490 days. So that's why, can you tell me B2 is satisfied? Basic condition 1 or basic condition 2, anything satisfied also okay. Our answer can be what ma? Resident here. But if you got an answer as a resident, no need to stop ma. You have to calculate the additional conditions applicability, and you have to apply whether he is an ordinary resident, not ordinary resident. Are you clear ma? Now remember, last 10 years, yes, I have to perform ma. So last 10 years, but 7 years I have to draw one line, because 7 years for additional condition 2, 10 years for the what ma? Additional condition 1. Last 10 years means nothing but first time he comes to India in 2021. So he comes to India 2021, then after how many days he stayed in India, we are taken ma. Remember, relevant previous year is nothing but 24-25. We have to take the immediately preceding 10 years or immediately preceding 7 years. Don't include this year ma. Don't include this year. Now, first we can verify additional condition 1 ma. If you are observing that every year, if you are applying that B1 or B2, yes ma, you will get that answer as a non-resident only every year. Sir, why sir? Because every year if you applied the B1, sir, suppose now we can apply the B1 for this year ma, not satisfied. B2 ma, 60 days okay, but last 4 years if you counted, it will not exceed what ma? 365 days. So every year please apply B1, okay, not satisfied. Basic condition 2. Yes, you can say, sir, here 60 days is there, sir, but last 4 years if you are verified that, no, not satisfied. Like all the years if you are verified, additional condition 1 is not satisfied, because out of the last 10 years, at least 2 years if you are become resident, then that condition is satisfied. Here additional condition 1 is not satisfied. Now, what is that additional condition 2 ma? Last 7 years immediately preceding to the relevant previous year, we have to check the number of days stay in India. So if you are verified the last 7 years, can you tell me last 7 years, yes, 150 plus 90 plus 170 plus 80, yes, that is only the 490 days. So that's why this is also not satisfied. Then answer is what ma? Resident but not ordinary resident. Answer definitely resident but not ordinary resident you will get. All of you, are you getting the clarity about the how to solve the problem ma? First of all, you have to show these workings ma, number of days stay in India for every year, all these things you have to show. Now, they are asking one more question. He earned the income 5,70,000 from the business in Bangladesh, but that business is controlled from India. Sir, he earning that income from outside India. He is received also from outside India, but business is controlling from India. That's why income is taxable in the hands of resident persons. Here resident only, but not ordinary. So that's why this income is taxable in India in the hands of whom? Thompson. I will tell you. So while discussing the section 5, I will tell you again. Remember, if any business is controlled from India, but business income received in outside India or business also in outside India, remember that is taxable in the hands of resident category person. He is a resident only. Whether he is a resident and ordinary also, resident but not ordinary also, this income is what ma? Taxable. Yes, just I am giving a time ma. If you have any doubt, yes, you can ask within this question. Please give me confirmation about your understanding, then we can start the further problems also. All of you, are you there? Super, Gims, Syed Nawaz, thank you for giving confirmation, ma. Some more problems we can do. Some more problems we can do for practice purpose, ma. Yes, question number 6 we can do, ma. X came to India for first time on April 16, 2024. Remember, during that previous year, 24-25, he came to India and he left India on December. That means in this year only he left also. Nothing but during the stay in India, he was up to this date in Delhi. That means he comes to India in April, up to June in Delhi. Thereafter, till the December 13, he is in Mumbai. That is an irrelevant. Both the places are in India only. So that's why this point is irrelevant. So they are asking determine the residential status for that assessment year. Maybe you will get this type of questions as an MCQs, ma. So, okay, April month, how many days he stayed in India, ma? Remember, this is a date of arrival. This is a date of departure. Both the things shall be considered as stay in India only. So, 16 also he stayed in India. That means in April month, 15 days, ma. May month also he stayed in India. June also. July also. August also. September also. October also. November also. In December, date of departure including 13 also he stayed in India. So for these 3 months he is not stayed. So that's why if you calculated, you got in 242. So here we can apply the basic condition 1 ma, that is satisfied because 242 days. Okay, can you tell me how many days required, ma? 180 only required, but here 242 days, 182 only required, 242 days. Or basic condition 2 if you verified, okay, 242 days is there during the relevant previous year satisfied, but last 4 years immediately preceding if you verified, you will get 0. Yes, this is a not satisfied. Anyhow, answer is resident, ma. Anyhow, answer is what, ma? Resident. But smartly you can do this problem, ma. First time he comes to India during this year, last immediately preceding 10 years also, or 7 years also, 10 years also, 7 years also, he is not at all stayed in India. So that's why A1 also will not satisfy and A2 also will not satisfy. Reason, he is coming to that India for first time, ma. So because the last 10 years or last 7 years is not stayed in India. So that's why no one can apply these conditions. If you applied also, you can get the answer as an what, ma? Resident only, but not ordinary resident. Resident only, but you will get the answer as an what, ma? Not ordinary resident. So clearly they are saying 6 subsection 1 basic condition, 6 subsection 6 additional conditions. Clear, ma, all of you? Now question number 7, ma. Just I want to reduce your burden while you are preparing. That's why I am solving these all the questions. And sir, all the chapters as per our schedule I will take. But I will ask you one thing. if any students while watching these videos, you can put the time stamps. So that means while doing the revision day before exam, you want to revise the first question. Okay, while listening of this question itself, you decided to, yes, I want to revise. That's why please try to put the time stamp in the comment box. Then after, in our examination time, if you want to listen this question, you can go and you can watch. Otherwise, okay, you have to search for that entire video. Okay, so that's why if you want, yes, you can keep the time stamps in the comment box after recording. Now, so this question also we can do, ma. Steve is a foreign citizen. Since 1985, he visited India every year in the month of April for how many days, ma? 100 days. Find out the residential status of an assessment year 25-26. Shall we start, ma? Yes. So what is the basic condition, one, ma? 100 days only. During the relevant previous year, he stayed in India 100 days. Not satisfied. What is the basic condition, two, ma? 60 days only required, but 100 days, that's why okay. But last 4 years verified, that can you tell me every year 100 means last 4 years how many, ma? 400. So that's why satisfied. So that's why answer is resident. But now I want to check the A1, ma. So can you tell me here, if you verified relevant previous year is 24-25, ma. So immediately preceding 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Every year 100 days, ma. Every year 100 days. You have to construct this type of things in your exam rough work also. So can you tell me every year I have to find out the residential status, ma? But answer definitely I will get the more than 2 years, because during these year 100 days, next years also, previous years also 100 means definitely you will get the answer as an resident for how many years, ma? 2 years. Without any thinking you can write at least for 2 years you will get a residential status as a resident. Then if you are checking the A2, can you tell me A2 means 730 days, during that immediately preceding 7 years, if you counted that you will get only how many days, ma? 700 days. So that's why not satisfied. Yes, this is satisfied, this is not satisfied. Conjunction is and. Conjunction is what, ma? And. That's why answer is resident but not ordinary resident. Sorry, ma. Resident but not ordinary resident. Answer also you can find resident but not ordinary resident. Are you clear, ma, all of you? This is our study material question number 8, ma. Yes, give me reply. Shall I proceed? Yes, ma. Mr. Klam, come to India. Come to India from England. So come to India from England on 30th June 2018, ma. Now, so 30th June, that means he stayed in that year 1 day, in that month 1 month only, in that month 1 day only, because 30th only staying in India. 30th only what, ma? Staying in India. Thereafter 3 years, that means it is in which year, ma? 18, 19. Next, after staying the 3 years in India, so can you tell me 3 years means what, ma? These are the 3 years. Okay. So he went to Germany on 1st July 2021. Can you tell me which year, ma? This is in 21-22. Yes, 21-22 July he left. That means just 1 day is in July. So that means you can fill all these months as an fully stayed in India. So in this problem, you have to do that workings more, ma. You have to do that workings more. He comes to India during this year and in that month, just one day. Then after what, ma? Always he is in India. So till what date, ma? Left. That means, can you tell me, July he left India. So that is one day. Now, again on April 1st, 2022, that means which year, ma? So 22, 23. Yes, what is that, ma? 20 to 23. Yes, this is only. On that first day he comes to India. Means nothing but entire April he stay in India. That's why 30. So, again he come back to India on the date. He stayed in India till 31st July 2023. That means, can you tell me what, ma? 23, 24. 23, 24. Yes, ma. How many days, ma? Yes, we can count till the date. No. Next point is important. Here, first, next day he departed. Nothing but, yes, ma, next day he departed. Previous year 23, 24, he departed on that what, ma? This date. That's why this is also stayed in India. Again, he come back to India on 1st July 2025. That is in which year, ma? Previous year 24, 25. That means this year. Sir, in this problem, you have to construct the data. Otherwise, you will not do the problem. So, okay, if they are given in that exam or not given also, that is not an issue, ma. But you have to practice this question definitely. Sir, first, he's come to India as next up to what date he stayed. That's why you have to fill. Again he left, ma, but again he comes to India on this day. Again he left. Again he come to India. Then you can fill the all the things like, sir, how can I know this? Simply, this is a relevant previous year. And please open 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7, 8, 9, 10. Why you are open the last 10 years, sir? Because I need a last 10 years data and last 7 years data. Then I can put up line. Now easily you can do, ma. So now please apply the basic condition 1, ma. All of you please apply basic condition 1 during the relevant previous year. If you have this data, you can play game. Yes, remember first, remember again I am saying, ma, first he come to India. That means in June month he stayed 1 day. After that fully he stayed. After that stay in 3 years. After that, yes, ma, he's go to the Germany on 1st July. 1st July also he stayed in India. So German, he goes to Germany. That's why no stay in India after that. But again he back to India on 1st April means total number of days in April month he stayed in India. Then after clearly they are given August 23 he goes back to that what, ma, Denmark. Yes, 1 day he stayed. Then after he come back to India 1st January means 31st day also. Total days also he stayed in India. Now apply B1. How many days we are required to check, ma? 180. But here how many days are there, ma? 90. Please count it down the total number of days stay in India during the relevant previous year. 90. Can you tell me whether it is satisfied or not satisfied, ma? Not satisfied. Or you can check the B2. Yes, 90 days is okay because during the relevant previous 60 is okay. But last 4 years data, if you are verified that, please calculate last 4 years stay, ma. All of you please calculate and tell me in the comment box. 123 days plus 365 days plus 92 days plus 365 days, 945 days. But we have to check the only 365 is enough. Now satisfied. Answer is resident. But now I have to verify additional condition 1 and additional condition 2. Yes, please check, ma. Additional condition 1. If you verified the residential status for the next 10 years, definitely every year you have to apply the B1, B2, sorry, for not for this year, B1 or B2, B1 or B2, B1 or B2. For every year if you verify, definitely you will get the resident answer for the more years, ma. Yes, sir, more years. So that's why answer is definitely you will get the answer as an for at least 2 years you will get that answer as an what ma residence. So that's why that is satisfied. Next last 7 years if you are verified that yes, count it down for the last 7 years ma. Yes, that is an 366 days, 275 if you added 1586 days ma. So that's why satisfied. Answer is resident and ordinary resident ma. But while you are writing the number of days in February month, leap year is there, please thoroughly check. Leap year is there, thoroughly you have to check. Are you clear up to now? Please give me confirmation about understanding about the question number 8 ma, all of you. Sir, if you are constructing the number of days stay in India like sir, how many years we have to open? Don't think about it. 10 years we have to open because we have to check that additional condition 1 for the 10 years. So just type your opinion. Are you understood this question number 8? Now, generally, if we want to calculate the residential status, we can apply the basic condition 1 or basic condition 2 or and additional condition 1 and additional condition 2 in general cases ma. In general cases. But in some exceptional cases, we have to follow the exceptions ma. What are the exceptional cases? I will tell you the 2 exceptions ma. You have to listen the 2 exceptions perfectly. Yes, first exception. If Indian citizen who left India during the relevant previous year, remember, he left India during the relevant previous year for the purpose of employment of outside India or as a crew member of Indian ship, then only exception 1 we have to apply. Indian citizen left India during the relevant previous year. Sir, he left India 2 years ago. This exception is not applicable. He left India during the relevant previous year for the purpose of employment outside India or crew member of Indian ship. Then what is that exception, sir? Basic condition 1 only we have to apply. Basic condition 2 no need to apply. In these exceptional cases, if B1 satisfied, answer is resident. Then if answer got the resident, then we have to check that additional condition 1 and additional condition 2 for determining the answer as a resident and ordinary resident but not ordinary resident. Then if B1 is not satisfied, basic condition 1 itself is not satisfied, then answer is non-resident, issue closed. Please don't apply basic condition 2. Please don't apply basic condition 2. Again I am saying, please apply only basic condition 1. Don't go for the basic condition 2. Yes, this exception is applicable for Indian citizen who left India during the relevant previous year for the purpose of employment outside India or crew member of Indian ship. Next. Now I want to talk about the exception number 2. Now I want to talk about the exception number 2, all of you. So this exception 2 is applicable for Indian citizen along with the person of Indian origin. Can you tell me what do you mean by the person of Indian origin ma? Example, origin means what ma? Where Sorry, nothing but origin means nothing but we can say simply, sir, your father, grandfather, so great grandfathers or whatever it may be. So where they are located previously or previous generations. Simply, if parents, grandparents are born in undivided India, yes, that person or parents or grandparents born in undivided India. Sir, parents means okay, grandparents either maternal side or paternal side. That means mother side or father side also okay. If the born in undivided India, that person can be called as what ma? Person of Indian origin. Undivided means yes, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Myanmar, these are all the things are included in the India only. So remember we have to check whether second exception is applicable for that Indian citizen and the person of Indian origin who comes to India. Now, who comes to India during the relevant previous year for the purpose of what ma? Visit. Sir, he comes to India for the purpose of job. This exception is not applicable. For the purpose of visit, if comes to India during the relevant previous year, that to these two persons only, then we have to apply the exception number 2. Exception 1 for Indian citizen only left India during the relevant previous year for these two purposes. But here, this exception 2 for the two persons and they are comes to India for the purpose of visit during the relevant previous year, then we can apply the exception 2. Now, please check the total income other than income from foreign sources means what ma? Purely Indian total income, please check. Other than income from foreign sources, yes, please check only Indian sources related total income. If it does not exceed 15 lakh during the relevant previous year, that is a miscellaneous, they are considered it as a limit of 15 lakh. If that is a less than, that does not exceed means equal to 15 lakh or less than 15 lakh. So then apply only B1, B2 is not applicable, same as exception number 1 only. Same as exception number 1 only. Are you clear? If the total income other than foreign sources does not exceed 15 lakh, that means other than foreign sources means nothing but we are verifying the Indian sources related total income. Next case, if his total income other than income from foreign sources, please exclude the foreign sources related income from total income, and if you calculate it, that is nothing but if exceeds the what ma 15 lakh. If exceeds the what ma 15 lakh during the relevant previous year, yes, exceeds 15 lakh during the relevant previous year, then what we have to do? This is a very important, listen carefully. Many students got the confusion related to this point only. Sir, he is a very important person for Indian tax department. He having the income excluding foreign sources means Indian sources income more than 15 lakh. That's why apply B1 first. Apply what ma? B1. If B1 satisfied, then answer is what ma? Resident. Then in order to find out the ordinary status, please check that A1 and A2. Then you will get the answer. Sir, issue closed. If B1 not satisfied, what is that? If basic condition 1 is not satisfied, then only please check the modified B2. Sir, what is that modified B2? Basic condition 2 is there. Now, for that we have to do some modification. What is that modification we are doing? Ma? Just instead of 60 days, we are replacing only 120 days. That is only the modified B2. That is only what modification we are done in B2. Remember, first if B1 satisfied, okay. Then we can check the A1 and A2. Next, if basic condition 1 itself not satisfied, then go with the modified B2. Why, sir? He is an important person having the total income more than 15 lakh. So, if B1 is not satisfied, we will not leave. And next, modified B2 we have to check. Modified B2 if verified, yes, if it is satisfied, answer is what ma? Resident. Then, no need resident if you got, generally we have to check the A1 and A2 in order to find out the ordinary status. But please don't verify the A1 and A2. Directly you can give the answer as a resident but not ordinary resident. Why? Because you are given the treatment by using the modified B2. Forcefully you are converted that person as a resident, and that's enough. If you are giving it as an ordinary status, it is an extremely difficult for him. So forcefully, yes, by using the basic condition 1, answer is what non-resident generally. Then you have to close the matter. But you are inserted the modified B2, modified basic condition 2. By using this, you are forcefully treated one person as a resident. That's enough. But again, if you are going for computation of ordinary status, if you got an answer as an ordinary resident, that is an horrible. So that's why don't check the additional condition 1 and additional condition 2. Directly ordinary, not ordinary resident. If modified B2 is not satisfied, that answer is what non-resident. It is very important listen carefully. I will tell you again. If that person of Indian origin, Indian citizen comes to India for the purpose of visit during the relevant previous year, yes, if his total income other than income from the foreign sources does not exceed, he is not important. That's why please verify B1. If B1 is applied, okay, otherwise issue closed. Sir, his total income other than income from foreign sources, if exceeds the 15 lakh, exceeds the what 15 lakh. Now, what we need to do? First, apply basic condition 1. If satisfied, you have to go with that additional condition 1 and additional condition 2. If not satisfied, then you have to apply modified B2. Modified B2 is applied and satisfied, then answer will be directly resident but not ordinary resident. No need to check A1 and A2. Modified B2 is not satisfied, then answer is non-resident. Are you clear up to now? These exceptional cases are very, very important. Sir, how to find out the exceptional cases? Remember, exceptions are available only for the Indian citizen. First exception, person of Indian origin and Indian citizen. Second exception, there is no need to confuse. First exception, he left India during the relevant previous year for these two purposes. Second exception, he comes to India during the relevant previous year for the purpose of what? Visit. Now, we can try to do the some problem or one problem with respect to the exceptions. Now, give me 1 minute now. Now, question number 4, just we can do some part. Question number 4, just we can do some part. Listen carefully. Mr. Sahil Roy, Indian citizen, yes, you have to activate your mind here. Indian citizen, left India, yes. What purpose? Employment. That's why it is called as what? Exception 1. What is that exception 1? Apply only B1. First time he is during the relevant previous year, he left India for the purpose of employment outside India. He come back to India on what date? 30th March. During the relevant previous year, he goes outside India and come back to India also. So next, returned back to USA after staying how many days? 20 days in India. So then please calculate residential status. Then after it is related to section 5 scope of total income. First we will find out the residential status. What is that residential status? So can you tell me on what date he left India? 1st October. That means up to 1st October he stayed in India only. Then he come back to India 30th March. Come back to India 30th March. That means 30 and 31 he stayed in India only. During the relevant previous year, only we have to check the B1. Can you tell me B1? How many days he stayed in India during the relevant previous year? 182 days is enough, but here 186 days. That's why answer is what ma? Satisfied. Then answer directly we can say it as an what ma? Resident. But if he is got an answer as a resident, we have to check the A1 and A2. Can you tell me? So remember, first time he left India, that means last 10 years or last 7 years he stayed in India only. That means definitely 2 years he will be the resident, and definitely it will be the stay in India more than how many days ma? 730 days. That's why answer is what ma? Resident and ordinary resident. Answer is resident and ordinary resident. Are you understood how we are calculating ma? If that is an exception, you have to write about that exception. Yes, it is an exception. He is required to satisfy the only one condition. Yes, no need to check the second condition ma, because it is an exception, one falling case. Are you clear? All of you please give me confirmation about understanding ma. Yes, if B1 satisfied, then answer resident. Then we have to check the A1 and A2. That is only we discussed. B1 satisfied now, then we have to check the A1 and A2 in order to know about the ordinary status. So now we can discuss ma. Salary earned in USA, credited in USA, it is an foreign income only, but it is taxable in the hands of resident and ordinary resident. For resident and ordinary resident, global income is taxable ma. Next, interest received in India out of fixed deposit, it is an Indian income, always it will be taxable. For resident and ordinary resident, these two incomes will be taxable. That's why they are asking what is the tax incidence. He is required to pay the tax on both the incomes in India. That is an 5 lakh and 1,50,000. Yes, ma, printing mistake. Don't consider 1,50,000. Yes, you can take 1,50,000. Don't take, yes, directly you can take 1,50,000. It is a printing mistake ma. Don't consider. Yes, are you clear ma up to now? So here, what is that? Income is taxable in the hands of resident and ordinary resident ma. Global income is required to tax. Now, next question. Yes, shall we start the next question ma? In question number 5. Ram, an Indian citizen, employed in a foreign country, he comes to India on 1st November 2024. Indian citizen, maybe exceptions can apply. He comes to India, that's why maybe exception too. During the relevant previous year, 24-25, he comes to India and he held up to 5 March 2025. Now, definitely exception too only. He comes to India for the purpose of what ma? Visit. Indian citizen comes to India for the purpose of visit during the relevant previous year. Then we have to check the income other than income from foreign sources. Can you tell me? Total income is 27 lakh for the previous year. Here ended this, which included that income in India. That means income in India means Indian income related sources is exceeded 15 lakh or not exceeded ma? Exceeded. Then what we need to do ma? First we can apply the basic condition 1. Yes ma? Basic condition 1. Yes sir. He visit every year. Yes, for that vacation for stay purpose 125 days ma. Now during this year he come back to India on 1st November. That means total November he stayed in India. And in March, can you tell me how many days ma? Just in March he stayed up to March 5. That means 5 days only he stayed in India. and next last years, that means previous all the years, every year he come to India and he staying in India for how many days ma? 125 days. Every year 125 days, not for total years. Every year he comes to India for 125 days. Now what we need to do ma? Please check V1 only. Basic condition 1 is satisfied, not satisfied? Not satisfied. Now, please type your opinion ma. This is an exception to, yes, if basic condition 1 is not satisfied, then what we need to check ma? Modified B2 ra. What is that modified B2? 120 days is enough, but here 125 days and the last 4 years immediately preceding to the relevant previous year. Every year how many days ma? 125 days. Please calculate during the last 4 years, 125 into 4, it is in 500 days. No. $500. Can you tell me satisfied or not satisfied? Satisfied. So then modified B2 if satisfied, then we can say resident, but directly we can say answer because of modified B2. Yes, B1 not satisfied ma. Intentionally we applied modified B2 and we have converted that person residential status as an what ma? Resident. Then ordinary status ma, directly we can state resident but not ordinary resident. You can check the answer, definitely you will get. Can you tell me if they are given from the corners also, you can do this question. So I hope maybe if you are perfect in earlier also okay, but now you are learning the exceptions applicability in a better manner. I hope. I think if you are already get a knowledge about this in the previously also okay, but exceptions application you have to think ma. Sir, how I applied that exception here? Indian citizen if they are given, definitely I have to think. Person of Indian origin if they are given, I have to think. So here comes to India during the relevant previous year for the purpose of visit, exception 2. First I have to apply the basic condition 1 not satisfied, then modified B2 satisfied or resident, directly resident but not ordinary resident. Clear mo up to now? All of you? Sorry. Now, please open these things ma. Next I want to tell you some more concepts. Deemed resident, one concept is there ma. Listen carefully. I'm expecting this concept in an upcoming examination. So I think you know, if you want to verify the residential status of individual, you will get an answer as a resident or non-resident or what ma? Deemed resident. If you got an answer as a resident, definitely you have to classify that residential status into resident ordinary, resident but not ordinary. Now, so what do you mean by the deemed resident? Deemed resident clear section number is section 6 subsection capital 1A. Section 6 subsection capital 1A. If the following all conditions are satisfied, directly one individual can be treated as what ma? Deemed resident. Individual can be treated as deemed resident under section 6 subsection capital 1A. First of all, he is not a resident ma, but we are deeming to be treated as a resident. This is a horrible provision ra. So normally he is not satisfied the what ma? B1 B2. If B1 satisfied, okay, B2 satisfied, okay, but he is not satisfied B1, B2. And he's a generally Indian citizen. Now, forcefully, we are, no problem, sir, not satisfied also, but we are treating you as a deemed resident. This is an horrible. Now, he is an Indian citizen and he not satisfied B1 or B2. Now, remember, is Indian sources related total income, that means other than foreign sources, Indian sources income exceeds what more than 15 lakh, then only we can try to give the residential status as deemed resident. If you have in the total income less than 15 lakh equal to 15 lakh, then we can't apply the deemed resident concept. We are targeting the who having the total income from Indian sources more than 15 lakh. Last condition is important. He is not liable to pay the tax in any country or any territory because of the resident, because of the residential places, or because of the domicile or any other criteria. He is not at all paying the tax in any country. Now he is not paying the tax in any country. That's why we are treating that person as a deemed resident. Now we are collecting the tax. Clear up to now? So now we can do one problem. Remember all the conditions ma. If he is an Indian citizen, he is not satisfied B1, B2, income from Indian sources exceeds how much 15 lakh, and he is not at all paying the tax in any country by way of reason of what domicile or any other thing. Now we can check the question number 4 ma. Bharat is an Indian citizen living outside India. He comes to India during the 5th April 2024. Yes, during the relevant previous year only he comes to India. Yes, that is in 24-25. Yes, 5th April he comes to India, and in the same year he goes to outside India also on 10th August. So he earned how much amount in India? 16,50,000. So every year, last financial years, he stayed in India for 60 days. There is no income tax in that country where he is resident. There is no, he is not at all paying the tax in outside India also. Now, so please find out the residential status ma. Yes, here we can calculate the residential status easily. Basic condition 1. Please verify ma. How many days ma? In April 5th he comes to India. What is that ma? April 5th he comes to India. That is in April, including April 5, 26 days. May also total, June also total, July also total. August only how many days ma? 10 days. Sorry, in August he's go to outside India. Just 10th also he is in India. That's why 10 days. Total 128 days. But last earlier years, every year, how many days ma? Every year, so nothing but how many days ma? 60 days. Now, apply B1 ma. Satisfied or not satisfied ma? 128 only, not satisfied. Apply basic condition 2 ma. 128 okay. Plus last 4 years, if you verified 60 days only, 60 into 4 how much more? 240 days only. So that's why it is not satisfied. B1 also not satisfied, B2 also not satisfied. He is a citizen of India. He having that income, can you tell me, given in that question, from that Indian sources, what is that income he have ma? 16,50,000. So can you tell me 16,50,000, and he is not satisfied B1 as well as B2 also, and he is not at all paying the tax in that country. So that's why now that fellow directly can be treated as what ma? Deemed resident. Sir, deemed resident, okay sir. Then what is that ordinary status, sir? Remember, if any fellow is treated as a deemed resident, yes, that is only section 6 subsection 1a, then directly that person is resident but not ordinary resident ma, no need to check the additional condition. Forcefully you are given the resident, but again if you are saying ordinary resident, that is an horrible. That's why they are given the resident but not ordinary resident directly. I hope are you getting the clarity with respect to the deemed resident concept ma. These four conditions you have to remember. First is a citizen of India and having that income from Indian sources more than 15 lakh. Yes, more than 15 lakh, and he is not satisfying the basic condition 1 or basic condition 2. He is not liable to pay the tax in any reason by way of in any other country. Are you clear? Yes, give me confirmation ma. We have a nearly 40 minutes more. I will tell you that more concepts in that residential status. I will try to close early only, but listen carefully and give me confirmation about your understanding. Super. Thank you for giving confirmation ma. Next concept we can start. Sir, this is an important point. Listen ma. Sir, Indian citizen being a crew member of Indian ship, always he will go to that outside India. So then, so I think you know, example, this is in Chennai port ma. This is in Chennai port. So I think you know, India always include territorial waters also. So this is an territorial water. So this is an foreign going ship ma, eligible voyage, international traffic traveling ship, that is only called as eligible voyage. By using this ship, one Indian citizen wants to go to that Australia. Can you tell me? So we can't say when he is crossing from the India to outside India. By using this territorial limit, we can't calculate. And he come back also. Can you tell me on what date he entered into that India? We can't say. Now, while calculating the residential status of this fellow, we want to calculate the total number of days stay in India. This is always giving the confusion ma. Because no one can put the chair here and we can say, yes, on this day he crossed Indian territorial waters. On this day he entered into Indian territorial waters. This calculation is impossible. Then, how to determine the period of stay in India for Indian citizen as a crew member of Indian ship? This is definitely exception number 1 only ra. Now, while calculating the residential status of this fellow, yes, can you tell me as a crew for citizen of India, as a crew member of Indian ship? Yes, that is in respect of eligible voyage. What do you mean by the eligible voyage ma? If any ship is travelled in the international traffic, that is only called as eligible voyage. Then, so take the total number of days in the previous year. From that, please exclude the one period. Yes, then you will get the what ma, stay in India. What is the period we have to exclude? Yes ma, the period is starting from. What is the period we have to exclude ma? That period is starting from. Yes, you have to sign in the continuous discharge certificate ma. That is nothing but at the time of joining into the ship, you have to sign on the continuous discharge certificate. So can you tell me from that date to? So yes, you are doing the signing of also. Yes, that means after reaching to the Chennai port, you have to do the signing off between this period. Yes, can you tell me, suppose 135 days are there, this 135 days assumed as stay in outside India, then this is only as stay in India. I think we discussed at this point, both the date of arrival, date of departure, both shall be considered as in India only. This is an important point ma. Maybe they can ask you, if any person is an Indian citizen being a crew member of Indian ship, if they are working in an eligible voice, how many days stay in India means it is an impossible to calculate the when he crossed the territorial waters. So that's why they are given the 1 point. Please take the total number of days year, then minus, yes, from the date he entered into, that means one period we have to exclude. So period starting from the entered into the continuous discharge certificate, exited from the continuous discharge certificate, that period you have to exclude. Then you will get the what number of days stay in India. Are you clear up to now? Next month. Now, residential status of individual is in and out is over. Now, we have to check the residential status of HUF now. If you are verifying the residential status of HUF, how many outputs you will get, ma? Residential status of HUF, if you are verifying that, how many outputs you will get, ma? Yes, first you will get the answer as a resident. Next you will get the answer as a non-resident, answer as a resident, answer as a non-resident, and you will get the, if you got an answer as a resident, you have to find out the ordinary status also. So remember here, for individual ordinary status is there, for HUF also we have to find out the ordinary status. Now remember how to find out the residential status of HUF. Based on control and management only we can find the residential status of HUF. Sir, control and management means I will tell you after some time. If the control and management, if that control and management wholly in India, partly in India or partly outside India, then HUF residential status is resident. Wholly outside India, HUF residential status is non-resident. If you got an answer as a resident, we have to check the ordinary status. For checking the ordinary status, we have an additional conditions under section subsection 6 only. Yes, section individual. So can you tell me, for individual only we have in section 6 subsection 6 additional condition. These additional conditions needs to be applied for Karta. If Karta satisfied both A ordinary resident, if Karta not satisfied resident but not ordinary resident. Remember, HUF residential status depending upon control and management, and ordinary status is depending upon Karta satisfaction of these additional conditions. Now, I will tell you what do you mean by the control and management. If you know the control and management, then only you can do the problems. Remember, control and management means central control and management, that is a decision making place, not day-to-day activities carried out by the employees or agents. Example, in HUF, in Hyderabad, when HUF is there, employees are doing the sales during the throughout the previous year. That means employees or agents working place can be treated as what, Hyderabad. But HUF members are located in totally in USA. Decisions also taken in USA. That means, can you tell me, control and management now wholly where outside India. That's why answer is what, non-resident. Now, some part of the members are in India, some part of the members are in outside India. Both the persons all together they are taking the decision. Part of the control and management is in India, partly outside India also. Okay, then answer is what, resident. Next, total members are in India only. That's why that is a control and management always in India. Answer is resident. Control and management means decision making place. So how to do that business? What are the key decisions for that business? We are taken that place only called as a control and management, not an employees or day to day, not an employees working place, not an employees working place, not an agent's working place. Are you clear? Please give me confirmation about your understanding of an HU of residential status ma. Residential status of HU of whether resident or non-resident is depending upon the control and management. Control and management means key decision making place, not an employee's agent's working place. Now, once you got an answer as a resident, please apply additional conditions for Karta. Then you will get the ordinary status for the HUF. Now, next we have to decide the residential status of a company. So, company residential status is restricted with the resident or non-resident. There is no ordinary status for company. There is no ordinary status for company. Yes, there is no ordinary status. Remember, Indian company is always in income tax. We have to classify the companies into two, whether it is an Indian company or whether it is a foreign company. If it is an Indian company, always it is a resident. If it is a foreign company, yes, we have to find out the place of effective management. Place of effective management. In shortcut, we can call it as a poem. Poem, not poem. Poem. Yes, remember, if the place of effective management is in India, if the place of effective management is in India, then answer is what ma? Resident. If the place of effective management is in outside India, then answer is what ma? Non-resident. So we have to identify what is that place of effective management. If that place of effective management is in India, then answer is resident. If that is an outside India, non-resident. Then what do you mean by the poem, sir? Now we can verify. Poem means simply, yes ma'am, key management or commercial decisions taking place. Can you tell me for company where we are taking that key decisions, ma? Board of directors meeting. So that board of directors meeting conducting place only called as what ma? Poem. So remember, so board of directors meeting is conducted at Chennai ma. For entity, so total business purpose or substance, that means what ma? Sir, for our total company decisions we are taken or some part of the decisions are taking also, okay. So that place only called as poem. If that poem is located in India, resident. If the poem is located in Sri Lanka, outside India, that's why non-resident. HUF residential status based on control and management. Company residential status, that too foreign company residential status, that is depending upon place of effective management. Place of effective management means key managerial decisions as well as the commercial decisions taking place. That means the board of directors meeting place only called as poem. There is no ordinary status for the company. I think you know already. Next, we have to already I provided the handwritten notes for the first two chapters in a telegram group. First please verify that, then after you can ask. I think one student is watching the class but he is asking that material and doubts in WhatsApp. I don't know. So that gives the total irritation for me. Not irritation, I don't want to conduct that also. Remember, I am available in front of you. This is a live. It is not a night recorded session. I am not uploaded. You are watching, but you are asking that all the things in WhatsApp. I didn't understood. Okay. Next, ma. Next residential status we have to know about for that all the other SSCs. Partnership form, LLP, AOP, BOI, AJP, cooperative society. But for cooperative societies, no need to classify ma. Always cooperative societies, for local authorities, always our answer is nothing but what ma? Resident. Local authority means, I think in the first chapter we discussed ma, municipality, panchayat, corporation, always residents only. Then remaining, what about remaining, sir? Please check control and management. If control and management is in India or some part only in India, answer is resident. Totally control and management is an outside India. Answer is what ma? Non-resident. What do you mean by the control and management ma? Central control and management, the key decision making place, not an employees or agents working place. Not an employees and agent. So ordinary status is also not available for these above categories. Ordinary status is not available for that what ma? Above categories. Now, as of now, we discussed the residential status of each and every person. We discussed in the first chapter. In person definition, we have in different categories ma. All the persons related residential status we discussed ma. I think you know. Yes, company resident and non-resident only you will get the answer. No ordinary status, as well as others also. For others also you will get the two only, resident and non-resident, no ordinary status ma. But can you tell me, local authorities are always residents. Next. So till now we are done with the section 6 residential status problems as well as total residential status. Definitely you will get the residential status of individual as a problem. So these are all the things also you have to learn from your side. Remember, deemed resident concept also important. And if any person as a member of crew member of Indian ship and in respect of eligible voyage, if he is traveling in international traffic, how to calculate the number of days stay in India also you have to learn. So if you haven't clarity, if you got an clarity about the yes section 6 residential status, now I want to discuss the yes section 5 directly, scope of total income. Shall we start the scope of total income? Yes. Please give me confirmation. We have an half an hour time still left and I will discuss the total scope of total income matter in detailed manner. Then we can discuss the some problems ma. Then we can discuss the some problems from the workbook. Are you clear ma up to now? So Bharat, yes, Sanju, Varsha, Geeta and Kirtana, yes, Gayatri, all of you, Divya. So please give me confirmation up to now section 5 section 6 residential status is over. And now we can start the section 5. What is the section 5 ma? Scope of total income based on residential status only. We can decide. Remember, based on what ma? Residential status only. We have to decide what is our total income. That means if it is taxable, it is not included in total income. If it is not taxable, if it is not taxable, not included in the total income. That means always scope of total income. What is your total taxable income is depending upon what ma? Residential status only. Now, one by one listen ma. First thing, income received in India or income deemed to received in India. Yes, can you tell me, received or deemed to receive? Directly we can say it is an what income? Indian income. Whether it is earned in India or not also don't check. Whether it is earned in India, earned in outside India, that is irrelevant ma, because received in India, whether directly received or deemed to received also okay. Then it is an Indian income. What is the rule guys? Indian income is taxable in the hands of all categories. Whether you are a resident and ordinary resident, resident but not ordinary resident, as well as what ma? Non-resident. One rule I will say, yes, one rule I will say, what is that ma? For Indian income is taxable in the hands of whom? All. It is an Indian income, that's why it is taxable in the hands of whom? All. Second one. Easy and important. Second one. Income accrued in India or deemed to accrue. Accrue means what ma? Earning. Earned in India or deemed to earn in India. So that's why that is Indian income only. Received, no, ignore. Okay, whether it is received in India or not also, don't bother about it. But we can call it as an what ma? Indian income. Can you tell me treatment for Indian income ma? It is taxable in the hands of all SSEs. Why ma? Based on received, we are treating it as an Indian income. Based on earning, we are treated it as an Indian income, and we are given the tax treatment in the hands of all. And point 3, point 4, very important, listen carefully. Point 3 and point 4, very important, listen carefully. Income accrued and received, where ma? Outside India. Now, type your answer. Accrued earning also outside India, received also outside India. What is that income ma? Foreign income, right? What income ma? Foreign income. But you haven't that foreign income from a business or profession, but business is controlling from India. Actually, yes ma'am, actually if you remember, so that activities are done in foreign, received also in foreign, incomes. Yes ma'am, that means activities done in foreign, that means earning in foreign, received also in foreign, but business is controlling from India or profession is set up from India. So that's why there is a connection with India. So remember, purely foreign income only, but that is a connection with the what ma? India, because business controlled from India, profession is set up India. That's why it is taxable in the hands of resident category. It is not a purely Indian income ma. It is a foreign income connection with the India. If that is a purely Indian income, definitely we can give the tax treatment in the hands of all. Because it is a foreign income having connection with the India, that's why please taxable in the hands of resident and ordinary resident but not ordinary resident. So that is only our question number 1 ma. Question number 1, that is only. Remember, Bangladesh ma, it is a purely foreign income, business is done in the Bangladesh, received also in Bangladesh, but it is controlled from what ma? India. So that's why it having some connection with the India. That's why this income is taxable in the hands of whom? Resident category person. Here our question related answer is resident but not ordinary resident. That's why it will be taxable only. It will be taxable only. Next, sir, accrued and received, sir, outside India, sir. Okay, super. Foreign income. Can you tell me, business is controlled from outside India? Profession is also set up outside India. No. Can you tell me, is there any connection with the India? No. So that's why it is a purely foreign income. Foreign income is taxable. That means entire global income is taxable in the hands of resident and ordinary resident. Remember. Yes, Indian income will be taxable in the hands of whom? All. Foreign income will be taxable only in the hands of whom? Resident and ordinary resident. That's why for resident and ordinary resident, which incomes are taxable? Global incomes. Now, it isn't purely foreign income. That's why taxable only in the hands of whom? Resident and ordinary resident. Are you clear with this fourth point also? Now, fifth point. Income and received outside India. Income earned also outside India, received also outside India. Yes, definitely it is called as what ma? Foreign income. During that which year ma? Current previous year. Example, yes, here during the current previous year you have a foreign income. Remitted to India also happened in the same year. Remitted means sending that amount to India. Same year you are sending. Sir, now remember, here we are given the tax treatment for the earning of foreign income, not for remittance. During the current previous year, you are earning the foreign income. So that's why we want to give the tax treatment, not for the remittance. So now foreign income is there, that will be taxable only in the hands of resident and ordinary resident. Remaining hands, that is not taxable. Tax treatment given for earning, not for remittance. Now next one, sir, earlier years one foreign income earned, sir. What is that earlier year, 1617. Now that is remitted to India, Can you tell me for which thing we want to give the tax treatment, earning of foreign income? In 1617 already we are given. But now in the present year, what happened, remittance? There is no tax treatment for the remittance, During the current previous year, only foreign income is remitted to India. No need to give the tax treatment. Why, sir? Why? Because for earning the foreign income, already we are given the tax treatment in earlier year 1617. For remittance, no need to give the tax treatment. Example, your brother earned some amount in the USA, he paid the tax, then after he sending to India. So on that occasion, no need to pay any tax treatment on this. This is a huge difference, Current previous year you are earned and you are given the remittance. Because current previous year earned, that's why we are given the tax treatment. Now earlier years you earned and now you are remitted, For remittance there is no tax treatment, that's why not taxable. Only, yes, earning related already it is taxed in the 1617 year. Now, next point, past untaxed profits, not taxable. Earlier years that amount is untaxed, now if you are brought also, that is not taxable. Exempted incomes are always not taxable. Basic rules you have to remember. Foreign income is taxable only in the hands of resident and ordinary resident. Indian income is taxable in the hands of all. If you remember these 2 points, you can do miracles in your exam. And remember these 2 points also, third and fourth. That is business controlled from India, business controlled outside India, profession set up India, profession set up outside India. Sir, most of the cases we are getting the section 5 related questions only. Now, within our limited time, we can discuss the one question. That is also, I want to take the big question only for our convenient purpose. Question number 10, I can do, Remaining questions you can do on your own. But please try to do. Please try to do. Yes, I will start the one problem. It isn't definitely the big problem. Remember, the remaining things you can do. Remaining all problems you can do on your own. I think 1 or 2 only there you can do on your own. Now, clearly they are asking, what is the income liable to tax? That means total income. If he is a resident and ordinary resident, if he is a resident but not ordinary resident, if he is a non-resident, please calculate. So here, resident and ordinary resident, resident but not ordinary resident. Next one, non-resident. One by one we can read clearly. First, all of you please type your answer, Business income from USA but received in India, received connected to India. This is called as what, Indian income. Sir, I think if you can contacted with the one number I provided in app messages, I already sent that all the books. And if you are not received, send me a message. I will give the refund, sir. Okay. I think I provided already tracking ID also. If you not received the book, no issue. Send me your number. I will do the total refund. Yes, you can use the soft copy and you can write your exam. No problem. I provided the tracking ID for that all the students also. If you are not get the books, yes, no issue. You can send me UPI ID through my WhatsApp number. I will give the refund, no problem. Last days, I don't want to provide the books. Okay, if you are already ordered 11 days back, we provided the tracking ID also. If you not get, definitely I will give the refund, no issue about it. Yes, thank you. Next. This is not time to ask the books, sir. I provided my WhatsApp number, but you are asking that books in that live sessions. Okay, no problem. That is an up to you. Next one. Business income earned in India. Sorry, it is an Indian income. What is the tax treatment? Indian income is taxable in the hands of all SSE's hands. Now, second one, business income earned in India, received in Pakistan, earned in India, that's why Indian income. Can you tell me? It is also taxable in the hands of all. Next, salary income from a company UK situated in India. Yes, what is that, ma? That company situated in where, ma? India. That's why it is an Indian income. Remember, that is an Indian income. 15,000 taxable in all. Now, remember this case, ma? Interest on German development bonds. So, German development bonds means in German companies or in German government, yes, if you are invested, that earning is outside India, but how much amount is received in India, ma? 2/5. Can you tell me? 60,000 into 2/5. 24,000. That means what, ma? Out of this, remember, yes, ma? 2/5 received in India. That's why this is an Indian income. Can you tell me tax treatment, ma? Taxable in all. Remaining, yes, ma? Earning total. That means what, ma? Earning total outside India only. But received base, can you tell me how much is received in India, ma? 60,000 out of the 24,000. Then remaining it is on what, ma? Foreign income. Earning is outside India. Earning is outside India. Next, if received connected to India. So yes, the received connected to India to that extent of 2/5. That's why it is an Indian income taxable in all. Remaining, yes, ma? Earning also outside India. Received also outside India 3/5. That is 36,000. Can you tell me? It is a purely foreign income. Foreign income is taxable only in the hands of whom? Resident and ordinary resident. Super. Next. Income from agricultural Nepal received there but later on remitted. Can you tell me? Foreign income only, but remitted to India during the current previous year or later on remitted, ma? Later on remitted. So what is the treatment, ma? Not taxable. Wait. Agricultural thing received. Okay, received there, but later on remitted to India. So during the current previous year only you have this income, ma? Foreign income, but in future they will do remittance, ma? That's why it isn't taxable. Remember what, ma? It is a foreign income taxable only in the hands of whom, ma? Resident and ordinary resident. Remember, ma? During this year only we earn the foreign income, but in future we will do remittance. There is a different expression, ma? What is that point? During this previous year 24-25 we have this information. That means during this year only we have this income, that is 1,80,000 foreign income. In future we can do the remittance. Next, income from property in Jakarta received outside India. Means what, ma? Earning also outside India, received also outside India. So that's why it is a foreign income. Jakarta means outside India, ma? So nothing but foreign income is taxable in the hands of resident and ordinary resident. Next, income earned from a business in UAE controlled from Delhi. Remember, ma? Income from business in UAE controlled from Delhi. Can you tell me? It is an taxable in the hands of, yes, ma? Resident and ordinary resident. Resident but not ordinary resident. Total, ma? 65,000 we can give the tax treatment. But it is received in India. Can you tell me what is that Indian income extent ma? 15,000. That's why in the non-resident hands also we can give the tax treatment. How much ma? 15,000. It is in case 3 ma. There is a connection with the India. So that's why first 2 persons are always taxable 65,000. But because it is an Indian income only received how much ma in India? Foreign income definitely this amount ma, but Indian income out of this how much ma? 15,000. That's why it is a taxable in last case. Next point. Profit from the business in Madras but managed from outside India. It is an Indian income because the business is doing in India, because it is taxable in the hands of all. Next. Profit on sale of building in India but received in Sri Lanka, but earning where ma? India. Earning where ma? India. That's why it is taxable as an Indian income in the hands of all. Pension from the former employer in India but received in USA because earning is in India. So that's why that is taxable in the hands of all. Last one, gift ma, that is gift received from relative. Remember, irrespective of the amount, if you are receiving the gift from relative, whether it is in foreign currency, Indian currency also, irrespective of the amount is exempt. Many students are thinking, sir, more than 80,000. More than what ma? 80,000. But remember, relative is given the gift, that's why it is exempt. Ma, here, what is that point? This amount of that foreign income and the during that previous year 24-25, we are going to give the treatment for the foreign income and 60,000. We are given that, sorry, 60 only, sorry, 1,80,000. Sorry, 1,81,000. For that we are given the treatment, not for the remittance. Earning of foreign income is there during this year. For that earning of foreign income, we are given the treatment, not for remittance. Sir, last year income and sir, now that is remitted, no need to give the tax treatment like this case. So, in this question, they are given this point ma. That means during this year, first day of the previous year, they are end. Later on, that is remitted during that year. But we are given the treatment for the earning of foreign income. Last year they are end, now they are given the remittance. Now, no need to give the tax treatment ma. So, are you clear with the question number 10 ma? All of you, please give me confirmation. Sir, this type of questions only you are getting in your exam. So, I think this question is pending ma. You can do question number 9. But they are asking the same way. Same way. Now, remember, during the last year, that is end. Yes, what is it income? Foreign income. Now, that was brought to India now. Remittance to India. Can you tell me treatment, ma? Definitely not taxable. Past years already for earning this foreign income, we may given the tax treatment. Now, what happened during this year, ma? 24-25 remittance. For the remittance, there is no tax treatment ma. For earning of foreign income only, we have to give the treatment. Next, here they are asking the same question ma. Past untaxed profits. Can you tell me past untaxed profits is not taxable? But remember, they are given the resident but not ordinary as well as non-resident only. They are not asking for the ordinary resident. Check properly in your exam also. Written that answer only with respect to what they are asking. And one more question they are given. Yes, question number 2. They are asking for ordinary resident and for not ordinary resident only. Here I want to tell you one point ma. After TDS, this amount you are received. But while you are calculating the total income, you have to showing up what ma? Gross amount. Gross amount you have to show. Gross amount means nothing but what ma? 1,50,000. So they paid after deducting the 15,000, they are given 1,35,000 only to the Southern Sri Lankan national. But while you are showing the total income, we have to do that what ma? Grossing up amount. Yes, you can write. And I don't know how many of you are taken this book as an Xerox also. But please, I will use this book only. I will tell you that most of the problems from these books, because because these are the compilation done by institute only, and these are the past examination questions. The mostly we can get these questions only in exam. Yes, after TDS they are given the amount, that is correct, but we have to show the grossing up amount while calculating the total income. Yes, I hope all you are getting the clarity with respect to this residential status chapter. Please try to do that practice again and again, and please remember the conditions and exceptional cases, as well as how to find out the residential status for the company, HUF, as well as others also. Next, please remember this format, a scope of total income format. Then you can do problem solve. Definitely you will get that out of 7 marks, you will get the 7 marks chance. You can get this. 7 out of 7 you can get from this chapter, ma. Thank you. Have a nice day. If you have any doubt, yes, I will spend the 5 more minutes. You can ask the doubt. Otherwise, we can go for that, what, ma, next. Yes, all of you, please take the Xerox, not for me. If you are taking the Xerox only, yes, you can write this, ma. Day before exam, if you are written along with me, yes, that is a grossing up. No need to refer again entire problem. Sir, if you are observing that, what I am doing, ma? Sir, big question we are taken. These are all the things are easy only. So that's why no need to waste our time. If you are written all the things as an like points, na, then you can prepare very well day before exam without referring the daily YouTube videos, etc. Thank you. Have a nice day. Tomorrow we can take the agricultural income or any other chapter as per our schedule, and we can take the all the things. But because why I am postponing the session from the 7 to 9 to 11, because CMA final class will be ended at a late night. That's why I want to take the some more rest. That's why I am postponing, ma. So but I will intimate the timings also, so don't worry. But in that other time you have to prepare for other subjects, and all the best. Thank you.